welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by today. For today's video, I have an older palette for you. It was actually released last year around this time for Halloween because it is a Halloween palette, but I never got a chance to film a video with it, so I thought, well, let's go ahead and try it out together on camera so that I can let you guys know what I think about it, because this palette is still available if y'all are interested. And the palette I'm talking about is from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and it's called Bad Witch Club. So if that sounds interesting to you, then why don't we go ahead and get started. Alright, so as I mentioned, this is the palette right here, Bad Witch Club. Super pretty. It did come out last year for Halloween, and I got it last year. I don't remember if I got it when it first came out or if I had to get it after. I think I had to get it after, which is part of the reason I wasn't able to film a video with it. But this is what the color story looks like right here. Absolutely gorgeous. Lots of really pretty jewel tones. Not the typical Halloween palette, so that's part of the reason I wanted to film with it, because a lot of brands are coming out with Halloween palettes right now, but they all have a lot of them have the typical orange, green, purple. So I just felt like this one's a bit different. So I wanted to just go ahead and show this one to you guys. There are some that I'm very interested in that are being released, so hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on some of the other ones that are coming out so that I can review those for you guys as well. But in the meantime, we can get started with this one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes first with my Ulta Matte Eye Primer in the shade Nude. This is a primer I always use, so I know that I can rely on it. If you've never heard of Give Me Glow, they are an indie brand, and I think they make phenomenal shadows. Their pans are ginormous, so you will like literally never run out of product. I don't think I could ever pan a Give Me Glow palette because they're so big, and of course my collection's ridiculously huge. But y'all know that if you saw my most recent video, my declutter video. And if you haven't, I will make sure to link it up in the cards for you. I'm actually in the process. I posted it, the full video, because last time I did a declutter, I kind of had a request for that, but I mean, the video is over 4 hours long. So what I'm in the process of doing is actually breaking it up into multiple parts. That way, if people prefer to just watch short videos, or it's not going to be short, it's still going to be an hour, but that way if people prefer to watch a shorter video, you know, at different times, they can watch that instead of the whole 4 hours. So anyways, and I figured that way it'll cover all my bases. I'm not sure how everyone will take it that I have the same video basically posted, but I'll make it clear in the video right at the beginning that it's the same. So like in the shortened videos is what I'm trying to say. I'll make it clear that it's the same video as the full 4 hour long one. That way they don't watch the same thing over again. But that way it gives people options. And I'm not monetized or anything, so it's not like I'm double dipping or anything off the same video as far as like being monetized goes. So hopefully people don't have a problem with it. If they do, then I don't know. I guess I'll read the feedback in the comments and we'll go from there. Okay. Anywho, let's go ahead and get started. I do not know what I want to do. I'd love to do multiple looks, and of course, purple's my favorite color, so I'm staring at those purples. And I think I want to do a little bit of purple and a little bit of green. So I think what I'm going to do is start with, I think the purple's a little bit darker, so I think I'm going to start with this deep purple right here. I love the names. This one's called I'm 100% That Witch. So I'm going to start with this in the outer portion of my crease. And for that, I'm going to go in with a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH, I think it's a 37 brush. Looks like this, real short brush. And I'm going to dip into that purple. And start packing this on. And I am going to pack it first before I blend it. I tend to do that especially with really pigmented shades, just because I have, you know, aging hooded eyes, so it works better for me to kind of pack it on and then to blend. There we go. It's taking a few dips to get up to full pigmentation, but now that I'm there, it's looking really pretty. Really pretty. Alright, so this is what we're looking like right now, and don't worry, I'm still going to do some more blending. I know it's not really blended too much right now, but that's intentional because I'm dipping into that green. And then I plan on blending out up above with a lighter shade. So now I'm going to dip into this deep green right here called, let me spell it out for you, this color right here. Super pretty. So I'm going to put that from the, yeah, I'm just going to do 2 colors in the crease, I think. So I'm going to do that from here to the inner corner. I'm going to use the same brush I was using since I'm going to be blending these together. Same thing, I'm going to pack it on first. Oh, this is kind of like a teal green. That's pretty. I like that. I feel like it goes even better with the purple than I thought it was going to. Nice. Now some of the purple dusted away when I was messing with the shadow, so I'll be putting some more of the purple back on when I blend it together. But as I'm blending these 2 shades together right here, they're blending fine. So maybe I just didn't have enough shadow in that area, because now it looks fine. Now that I've blended them together, it didn't dust any more of the purple away. And I've never had a problem with Give Me Glow shadows, so it was probably just user error, because I don't, well, we'll see. I don't see it happening here. No, I don't. Okay, now I'm going to put a little bit of that purple back over the green, just a little bit, because it kind of turned a little blue when they mixed together, which is fine. It's actually a really pretty color. Just to kind of help them blend together. And then I'm going to use a different blending brush. This one's a little bit too dense to really blend with. For my blending brush, let's use JH30 right here, nice and fluffy. Now what I'm going to do is dip into, oh, this is a little powdery, the formula is, but the brush I was using is really dense, so it was also making the kick up a lot worse than it would be with a less dense brush. But I'm going to blow it off because there's powder everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to dip into Don't Make Me Get My Broom right here, this pretty like lavender color, or lilac, I don't know if it's lilac or lavender, whatever it is, it's beautiful. And I'm going to use that to blend out the purple. Okay, maybe I should have used a different brush. This is a little too big. That's okay. I'll add some more purple back. That's super pigmented. That lightened the purple more than I wanted it to. But that's okay. I'll go back and add that deep purple after I blend this out. That's a really pigmented color to be able to lighten that purple that much. Wow. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a difference. So now I'm going to dip into a lighter green and do the same thing up above the green. This is called Why the Resting Witch Face right here. So this color right here is what I'm going to use to blend above the green very lightly. I'm going to add a little bit more of that deep purple back in that we lost when the lavender or whatever shade went over it. So I'm just going to touch that back up, and then I'll just blend without any additional product on my brush. Just to kind of intensify it again. So I'm actually going to even dust off this brush so that there's no product on it. The one I was using to blend those lighter shades. Just want to gently blend everywhere. Okay, that's what we're looking like. Oof, that is washing me out. That's what we're looking like right there. I could probably zoom y'all in. Okay, there we go. Now y'all can see closer. So that's what we're looking like. Got it a little too much over here, more so than I wanted to, but that's okay. I can blend that out with a smaller blending brush and make it look better. So let me do that. Something a little more tapered. Oh, that one's too dense. That one will work. Okay, I feel like, I don't know if you can see it, but I feel like some of the purple is missing. Not missing, but like dusted away a little bit right there. So I'm just going to add some more with this brush and blend it as I'm adding it. There we go. I don't know if I just over blended or if it's just my eyes, because they're a little dry right now. But it seems to be working fine doing it this way. Okay, I think I've done enough with the mattes on the lid, so, or yeah, on the upper lid. So let's figure out, let's go ahead and do a two-tone lid as well. So I'll use the purple on the outer, so this is called No Mortals Allowed, and then on the inner I'll do Cheers, which is this green right here. So let's go ahead and do that. I am using a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH41, just a flat shader brush. So I'm going to dip into the purple first, No Mortals Allowed, and I am going to spray that just to help avoid fallout. Okay. Oh wow, that's pretty. And I do have some fallout, but that's kind of to be expected because I was really packing on the mattes, but they dust right off. Yeah, they seem to be dusting right off. I didn't really tap off my brush, so that's kind of to be expected. Okay. Well, I'm out of focus. Alright, so that's what we're looking like with the purple. So I'm going to go in with the same brush, just the other side, and do that green. Cheers, which is what it's called. And same thing, I am going to wet the brush. Just helps avoid fallout. I mix the shimmers even more shimmery. Not that you need that with Gimme Glow. Okay, better. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, that's what we're looking like. I'm just going to kind of go back and forth between the purple and the green to just kind of get a good blend. So I'm going to add a little bit of the purple over the green. Just ever so gently, just to kind of help them blend together. Wow, those are beautiful. Okay, so that's what I'm looking like right here. I think that's really pretty. Alright, on my lower lash line, I think I want to play with maybe a couple of the colors we haven't played with yet, or at least one. Maybe just one. I think I'll just play with this one, kind of a bluish purple right here. It's called Shh, the Craft is On. Right there. I think I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. So for that, I'm going to use... Okay, this is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH39, I believe. It's hard to see those letters, but it's just like a pencil brush. And I'm going to dip into Shh, the Craft is On. I am going to make sure to tap off my brush so that I don't have a lot of fallout. And make sure you guys can see. Okay. I'm going to blend that out with Relax It's Only Magic, the shade right here. I use a softer blending brush. Yeah, this is like a real tapered blending brush. This is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH40, really small blending brush. This one's more like a periwinkle. Ooh, it's bright too. Nice and pigmented. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking like. I know it's really blown out on the bottom, but it'll look better once I put lashes and everything on. So that's what we're looking like. I just need to find an inner corner highlighter because this one does not have an inner corner highlight. I mean, I could maybe use this light matte right there, but I like to use shimmer in my inner corner. So let's grab like a purple highlighter. How about that? I've got my glow kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Moonchild. I don't even know if they still sell this one anymore, but I'm gonna do purple Horseshoe right there. It's like a blue purple. That's the shade right there, but that's what I'm gonna use, is purple Horseshoe. And I will spray it to intensify it. Okay, I'm using this is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH42. I feel like this highlighter palette kind of, well, I wouldn't say it came out before its time, because colorful highlights became popular back when it came out, and then they kind of lost their popularity. But I feel like now indie brands are starting to bring out colorful highlighters and highlighter palettes, multi-chrome highlighters, stuff like that. And so I feel like this palette really has a place now. Again, I guess I could say again instead of where it did, because it did before. It just didn't last for a long time. But I feel like now they're getting really popular again because of the indie brands coming out with all their colorful highlighters. So anyways, I don't know if this is still available, but if it is, it's a good colorful highlighter palette. Alright, so that's what we look like before lashes. So I'm going to pop off camera, probably put something in the waterline, a colorful liner in the waterline, and do my lashes, and I'll be right back with y'all. All right, I am back and we are all finished with the eye look. So while I was off camera, I put in the lower waterline, I used this liner from LA Girl. It's part of their pastel line, so it's called Pastel Dream. And then the shade is Lavender. So yeah, you can see that. I figured I wanted something a little bit lighter to kind of open up my eyes, since I use such dark colors on my eyes even under the lower lash line. So I think this fit the bill just fine. And then for my mascara, I used Benefit Roller Lash, but you can't really tell because I'm using lashes. For my lashes, I used the Kiss Lash Couture Naked Drama. That's what those are right there. There's a lot of glare. Hold on, let's see if I can get it. There we go. You can kind of see that. Pick those up at Ulta. Watch for sales. They always put Kiss lashes on, and Ardell lashes on sale, and I really like Kiss lashes. They fit my eyes pretty well, and they're nice and fluffy. They're pretty easy to apply, so, and they're very affordable compared to other ones. So, and I think they look just as good as high-end lashes, and I can get several uses out of these just like I can out of my high-end. So I figure, why spend the extra money, right, when you can get drugstore? And it looks just as good. So anyways, with all that being said, this is the first time I actually ever tried the palette. I will go ahead and insert swatches here. Okay, so now that y'all have seen the swatches, I haven't seen them yet because I haven't swatched the palette yet, but this was actually my first time using this palette. I had swatched a few of the shades before just because I was curious, but I never actually used it on my eyes. So I can tell you that I am very, very happy with the eye look that I came up with. I think it's gorgeous. I love the way the purple and the green kind of mix together to make like a blue. So it's like and it's the same thing on the shimmers too. So it's like I've got 3 colors instead of 2 in the crease and on the lid. So I think it's beautiful. Hopefully y'all can see that well. Yeah, I think if I kind of turn my head, you can kind of see the different colors, how they mix together in the middle. Hopefully that comes across on camera. I think it does. But anyways, so far I really like it. I will tell you, this purple does take a lot of building up, and I don't know if it's my aging eyes or if it's that particular shade, but I did have to go back and touch it up a few times where it kind of, I don't know if it wore off or dusted away, but once I kind of finished up with the majority of my blending and stuff, and then just went and packed it on and just gently buffed it, it stayed. And it hasn't moved, so far so good. I was off camera for a little while, so I don't know, I've probably had the eyeshadow on now for, I don't know, maybe about an hour. Because I did go off camera and do a few things before I did my lashes. So far so good. I've never had a problem with any of Gimme Glow's shadows as far as longevity goes, so I don't expect to have an issue with this palette either. But with that being said, you know, this is a first impression. I will come back, or I'll try to come back if possible. I always say I'm going to, but this is something I'm really working on as I'm getting my filming schedule back. Is to hopefully play with this more and give you guys a full review like at the end of the month. But I can tell you this palette's still available. I think it's $54.99, something like that. It's around that. So it's a little pricey, but it's also an indie brand, and the shadows are huge. I mean, these are 44 millimeter pans, I think, compared to like the standard 26 millimeter. So they're very large, and they're very pigmented. So a little bit goes a long way. So I personally think the pricing is fair for indie brand. I mean, you're going to pay more typically for indie brand. So I think the pricing's fair for the palette. There are codes out there, I believe. I don't have one, but I do believe there are codes out there. So maybe just, like I said, this palette's been out since last year. So maybe just search up the palette here on YouTube and find some of the bigger content creators. Maybe somebody who got it sent to them. Maybe they have a code. Somebody like Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner, or maybe Heather Austin, or Angelica Nequist. Somebody like that might have a code with Give Me Glow. I'm not sure if they do codes. I'm not 100% sure if they do or not, but I don't have one if they do. So, but if they do, be sure to go out there and find one to save yourself a little bit of money. What else? I've never had a problem with customer service with Give Me Glow. They always ship really quickly, so I think that's about all I can share about this palette. Being my first impression only, I do like it a lot. I can't say I love it because, like I said, I haven't tried every shade, but I will try to come back and give you guys an update, like I said. If you haven't seen it already, I did just do a full eyeshadow palette collection / declutter, and it is a massive declutter, and it's a massive eyeshadow palette collection. So if those things interest you, I will put it up in the cards, but I'm going to tell you it's a very, very long video, like 4 hours long. I'm actually in the process of splitting it out into 4 different videos so that if you want to watch it in shorter doses, you can, instead of having to watch it for 4 hours straight. Everything else that is on my face will be listed in the details down below. I wanted to say comments, it's not comments. In the details section down below. I usually try to do that. I always try to put what I'm wearing down in the details. Okay, and I'll make sure to link this palette so that you guys can go find it out on Give Me Glow's website. So I think that covers everything. So yeah, I want to say thank you all so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking the video. It helps me out a lot. I'm just a small creator trying to get noticed out here in the YouTube space. I would love to have you subscribe. I am currently doing a 500 subscriber giveaway, so you must be subscribed to win. I will link that in the cards up above here as well. That way you can go check that out and enter that giveaway. Basically, as soon as I hit 500 subscribers, I'll draw that giveaway. What else? I think that covers everything. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Make sure to enter the giveaway. And thank you again so much for watching. I hope that you are having a great day or evening wherever you are in this world. I hope that you're staying safe. I hope that you're staying healthy. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye!